MMA is a relatively new sport, and most people would consider the UFC to be the pinnacle of it. So when you're fighting at the highest level, it only makes sense that at some point in your career, you will face adversity. Some examples would include GSP when he lost against Matt Serra, Khabib when he faced Gleison Tibau, and Islam Makhachev in his second UFC fight when he got knocked out by Adriano Martins. Before I continue, I ask that you guys like and subscribe right now, then you can unlike and unsubscribe at the end of the video if you don't enjoy. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers and I'll really appreciate your help. All three of these fighters are considered to be GOATs, and as much as that statement is true, each of them have either lost at least one fight or won a controversial decision. But this isn't conclusive evidence that they aren't as good, if not better, than someone who hasn't. Take Khabib and Islam for instance. Khabib retired as the lightweight GOAT after having 3 title defenses, then Islam broke his record, gaining his 4th title defense after beating Renato Moicano. If they existed in the same era and were willing to fight one another, there would most likely be one dominant champion. Whether it's Khabib or Islam will forever be a mystery unless we visit an alternate universe where they hate each other's guts. Let's just say Khabib came out victorious in all of his fights against Islam in this alternate universe. That would mean that all the 4 title defenses Islam has in our universe wouldn't exist. But I would still consider that Islam to be a better fighter than Israel Adesanya, despite Israel having 8 title wins. The reason I'm saying this is because the competition Izzy faced to defend his belt for that long wouldn't be as high as that of the Islam in this alternate universe. Izzy's best win is Alex Pereira, whereas Islam's best win would have had to be Khabib in this alternate universe. Which one's a tougher fight? Obviously Alex Pereira, because he's a 2 division. I'm joking, obviously it's Khabib. So the point that I'm trying to make is that a fighter's wins and losses aren't really enough to judge them. I'm more focused on the quality of wins and losses. If we don't go by this logic, that'll leave room for fans to start overhyping resumes. Take Colby Covington for instance. He was a very good fighter in his prime, but I think his resume is very thin. Not because of the fighters he faced, but rather the time when he faced them. He beat guys like Jorge Masvidal, Tyrone Woodley, and Robbie Lawler. 2 of those guys are former champs, and Jorge Masvidal was on a good run, landing that knee on Ben Askren and dominating Darren Till. And did I forget to mention that all these fighters were above the age 37? That takes away all the hype from the wins, and in as much as it wasn't entirely his fault that he fought them, I just don't think these are wins you can brag about, because these men will fall out of their prime when they fought Kobe. A fighter that I think has high quality wins despite not being a champion is Arman Tsarukyan. He has wins over Yoel Alvarez, Damir Ismagulov, Beneil Dariush, and now Charles Oliveira. The only fighter that he didn't dominate there was Charles Oliveira, but I still think it was very impressive, and if it wasn't for Islam, Arman Tsarukyan would most probably be champ. Because the only fighter that undebatably beat Arman was Islam, and despite Arman losing, he was still one of Islam's toughest fights unironically. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, peace out.